In my last video, I completed my schematic floor plan, as you can see here. I've also created a schematic schedule here to show the differences. It looks like between the two floors, I'm probably maybe a little over 40 square feet off. However, I haven't shown any interior walls yet. That's what I'll be doing in this video. So these net square footages are going to go down a little bit, probably bring them in pretty much close in line to what I wanted. There are some major differences, like 27 square feet in the dining area that I need to make up. May not need it. Actually, what I'm more interested in at this point in time is make sure things work functionally and that the client is happy with the size. If I go to my 3D view, here it is from where I left off last time. This door, by the way, that I put in, that is one that I made. I had done some research and found a Victorian door that I liked, and so I went ahead and made this one. Now what we need to do is go ahead and add our foundation wall and create our roofs using our mass builder. Another thing we need to do is we need to fix this foundation. I'm going to go ahead and go to the first floor and create a section through here. I'll show you what we need to do. I think I'll go ahead and change up my level here to medium and maybe even shade it. Now here's my wall, and here's my mass element for the foundation that I'm going to create my foundation wall with. And right now it is aligned up with the face of my exterior wall, which means I could get some serious leakage going on in here. So what I really need to do is I need to be able to pull this thing down, the sheathing down over the gap there, and this needs to go back. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pull it back so it aligns there. Actually, that's maybe a little, not a little, I got to do a little bit more, maybe something like that. And now I can go ahead and pull this down. This, by the way, is called the base extension. And I think I'll do that for all the walls of this type. And by the way, if you can't do this, what you need to do is in your wall, turn on your preview here and get a section preview and scrolling down to the bottom here. Click on this modify tool and then come over here and you see the little padlock, and what you need to do is you need to open the padlock for both this and the sheathing. Okay, that black area, by the way, that is my drainage plane behind the sheathing there. I've already done that though, so I'm going to cancel out of this. And I'm going to do that to all of them. So I'm going to select all instances, an entire project for that wall. And I am going to make my base extension 0 space 9.75. Oops, that's minus. There we go. And now that's should be all around the house. I'm going to try that again. Select all instances, an entire project. Minus 0 space 9.75. All right. And I want to, as I say, go ahead and pull my mass element in here so it is behind that. I want it to sit directly underneath the wood stud layer here. I'm going to check this side again, make sure we're good. That's better. Whoops. Okay. And once again, check. We're good. I need to go to my first floor plan though and do another section. Well, I need to do this wall too. So I shall push it back. I should be okay here. I am. Go back to my first floor. Going to go ahead and create a new section in this direction. And get these guys here. Looks good. Looks good. And I have one more to get. And that's this little piece right here. Remove constraint. Oh. That one's not letting me move it for some reason. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. All right, so what I want to do now is go back to my 3D view, and let's go ahead and put on our foundation wall. So I'm going back to my mass and site, and I'm choosing my create wall tool, and the wall that I want is exterior foundation bricks, 4-inch brick and 8-inch CMU. That's going to be our foundation wall. And once again, these are walls I created, a lot of them. So I'm going to go ahead and pick here, there, there, there. You can see we've got that disconnect there. I need to fix that. And that does it for those. Now I've got to go ahead and create my roof. So I shall use my roof tool. And a wood rafter 8-inch shingle, that's good. That's the one I'll use. So I'll pick here. And here. And create my roof. And pick here and there and create my roof. Now these walls need to come up to here, but I think before I do that, I'll go ahead and get the extension of my roof. I want an 18-inch overhang. So what I think I'm going to do is go to my elevation view, start with elevation east maybe, excuse me. And I'm going to go to my architecture tab. I'm going to make it ref plane. And I'm going to pick lines and make the offset 1/6. And I'm going to go there and there. And Now I can go ahead and pull this roof out. Oops, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. I was still in the command. Pull this out to there. And pull this one out to there. I'm not going to use my align tool because I'm going to get rid of these when I don't need them. And I need to do this one here too. So ref plane. I can use the align tool, but not just lock it. There you go. So that gives me my 18-inch overhangs there. Now I need to, let's say, go to the north elevation, I believe. And we'll do the same thing here with ref plane. We need one here. Need one there. Need one there. Line. Again. And I think that does it. Let's look at our 3D view. And we need to extend this one down here. Excuse me. Actually, I think I'll use the align AL. That one I probably could lock. Okay, let's see what we got now. Now we're in good shape. We need to adjust the height of the roof. And actually, I think what I'm going to do too is I'm going to go ahead and add some levels. We might as well start getting this thing, construction drawing, ready. If you remember correctly, we just have a ground level here. We also need a level for top of footing and one for the top of our masonry. So I'm going to go ahead and create those. Let me get rid of this guy first. And I'm going to use the level tool, of course. And I don't want a view, so I'm going to uncheck make a plan view. And I'm just going to come down here and across and do another one. Now this one's going to be top of footing. So I'll change the name. And I want this to be at minus 4.5 inches. And I'll explain that to you in a little bit. Wow, I got to that. No, excuse me, it's minus 4. 1/2, I believe it is, yeah. So that's going to be minus 4 foot 0.5. And top of masonry now, we want that to be, let me change the name here, top of masonry. and we want that to be at minus 9.5 inches. Now these levels are based on, first of all, making sure that I have room for a top plate between the bottom of the joist and the top of the masonry, and that I have a CMU, correct CMU dimension between top of masonry and top of footing. In other words, we don't cut block. I'm going to go to my section here, and here you can see those. What I'm going to do, maybe put a knuckle on that, and let's pull this over like this. I want my foundations now to start at top of footing and go to top of masonry. So I'm going to select all of these. And my base constraint is going to be top of footing. And my top, and that's going to be 0 offset. And my height is going to be top of masonry, like that. So now you see it fits perfectly in here. Here's the bottom of my joist, and I can now put a 2x8 plate on top of that. This could probably come down a little bit more, actually. I think I'm going to add another inch to that. So I'm going to select all instances, an entire project. Minus 10. There you go. That works better. And I'm now happy with that, the way that's working. I guess the only other thing that I need to do right now with this is go ahead and put our walls up to the top of our roof. So I'm going to select this wall, and I'm going to attach the top to my roof. I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Oops, what happened there? And we're looking pretty good here. I'm going to turn off my mass elements here to see what this looks like. Show mass by view settings. And there I am. I do need to be able to push this wall back though. So I think I'll go back to my first floor plan and go to my section. And I'm just going to grab that wall, and I am going to use the move tool. To move it there. That fixes that. We don't have a foundation. I'm not worried about that right now. What I do want to do though is get back to my floor plans and start laying down some walls and create my floor plans. I need to turn on my mass levels. And now I can go ahead and create some walls. So I'm going to go to my architecture tab. I'm going to pick my wall tool. And the wall that I'm going to use is an interior 4.5-inch partition, which is typical to residential construction. And I want a unconnected height, I want a height of 9 feet on these walls. And I can just go ahead and start right here. Basically, I'm just going to go pretty much up the center line of these boundaries, like that. Now here I need to align the face of the gypsum here with the face of the gypsum there. So I'll use my align tool, and I'm going to lock that so that I don't get the job. Here I need to make sure that there's plenty of room for the stair. And you'll notice, by the way, that I went ahead and I put in a regular stair here, and I am using a L-shaped stair so that I can size my walls properly. And I'm going to move that over. Let me see where the wall is. Right there, okay. So now I can bear on this wall, have my carriage bear on that wall. Need a wall here. I think what I'm going to do here, though, well, let's go ahead and put in a wall around that closet. And I'm not going to cancel the project. Like this. Now this is going to be the entrance to the media room here. And I need a wall here, but what I want to do here is I want to have an arched opening through here, a cased opening. And cased openings look better when you have thicker walls. So I'm going to make this wall from here to here, I'm going to make it thicker. So I'm going to go back to my wall tool. And let's see what I got here. Here's an interior 8-inch partition. I'll use that. And I will just go up there. And it only needs to be for this one little wall here. And I'm going to line these up here and lock them so that those are in alignment. I'm going to leave the stairway open to this small hallway here. Go back to my wall tool. I'm going to grab a different wall too this time. I'll use the 4.5-inch partition. And that can go like this. And TR, trim those two. Coming down here, my utility room for the AC. And this can be a continuous wall here. And this can be a continuous wall. I don't want any walls over in this area here. I think I'm looking pretty good there. Need to come down here. For the pantry. This could all be one room here. All right, I think that's looking okay. This wall here needs to come back a little bit for the stair. That stair will bear, of course, on that wall there. I think that'll do it for right now. What I can do is go upstairs on the second floor and do the same thing. With my wall tool, I'll start down here doing the same thing that I did downstairs. Now when I put my fixtures in, that's when I'm going to get really serious about the size of things, and I need to check, of course, the make sure that I have enough room in closets, for example, to be functional. I'll stretch that one across there like that. Here's my dressing area. That looks a little narrow. I can see a lot of these are going to have to be made bigger just to function properly. We're going to need a wall here, there. I think this wall could just come down like that. And this wall can go up. If I can grab it. And push that across there like that. This can all be open here. I need a railing. And of course, I need to put doors and windows. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to refine this, check to make everything works functionally, which means I'll have to put in some of my plumbing fixtures and railings and things of that nature. So I will catch you in a few minutes. And I am back with my completed floor plans, as you can see. I'm going to, I don't know what's going on here. I want to zoom in on here. Here's the first floor. Here's the foyer. And there's that cased opening that I told you about. Hallway here, going down to the media room or up into the living room. The stairway is open to the hallway here and to the living room and to a small hallway here. This will be a little bit of a U-turn there to get to the powder room. I may take a look at that and work on that a little bit better. Here's the dining room, and it is open, of course, to the living room and the kitchen area. Kitchen area here, refrigerator with the center island and workspace back here. Probably put in some ovens or something back here too, but those are details that I can work out later. Here's my pantry with the sliding door there, so I don't have to worry about door swings. Mudroom here with stack washer and dryer. Now this is not the small one, but the big LG type. And then a lay down area here. Here's my utility room for the AC unit, and a powder room that is accessible from the hallway in the living room, and the stairway going up, the L-shaped stairways. I've also put in some windows here. Probably want to do a little bit of more work on locating those better. This window here is really a dummy window to balance out the windows on the side rather than not having anything here, big blank space. That's a dummy window there. It's just really shutters. I'll show you to that in a minute. Looking at the square footage here, about 92 square feet difference between what I scheduled and what we actually have. But when I look at the second floor, it's 54 in the other direction. So once again, I'm probably about 40 square feet off, but I'm not going to worry about that because everything is working fine. And over here on the second floor, I'm going to have a balcony out here, a porch area. And this will be the sitting area where you can go out onto it, and a nice big master bedroom here with walk-in closet. And this is the dressing area. And I added a laundry up here. This is the smaller stack for the owners of the house. And then in these bedrooms down here, these are the two for the kids. And I've included a laundry chute as a part of the bathroom. That'll empty out into the laundry below. I just have a bathroom here with a toilet and a shower, 4-foot shower, and then I have sinks within the bedrooms, so they have that privacy. Here's my laundry, my linen area, and hallway here. I have big double doors here, that's because they look better, and of course easier to get furniture in. And then here's my master bath with a steeping tub and two furniture type vanities and a shower, and this is a closed water closet area here with the toilet. And that's what I did here. Let me show you on my three-dimensional view if I can find it. Here's a three-dimensional view with all the windows and everything in it. I haven't when I put the porch in and get some columns in, things like that, then I will probably change these around. This is that dummy window I mentioned earlier. It's just goes to balance out so you don't have a big blank space there. It is something really that's required by the Homes Association there, where your windows all have to pretty much line up. You'll also note that on my roof, I went ahead and put in a hatch pattern. I use the 8x8 hatch pattern to give it a little bit of the roof look rather than the blank gray. And that's it. I'm going to continue this in a series of videos showing how I finish this off. And perhaps I'll catch you again. And once more, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and I would appreciate if you'd follow me, especially if you want to see how I finish this thing off.